Hi, my name is Ermi Smith, and I'm a Disciple Making Movements coach with City Team here in San Jose. And I was here with one of my friends, Ryan Gray. He's with YWAM Bay Area. And Ryan, you shared a story with me recently, how you disciple this group of people. And one of the guys actually loves playing computer games. And both you and I, we're not gamers.
No.
We don't necessarily can really relate to that world, but how you've taken a little bit your hands off, be a little bit more principle and make it more of a lifestyle, and what surprise did you get from this gentleman that loves playing computer games?
Yeah, well, and it's something. I'm the last of the Gen Xers, and then he's obviously he's in the generation below. And it's not obviously just him, but there's a lot of guys who just play a lot of video games. And I can see the appeal to it. Some of it I just don't like, and others of it I think it can be so addicting. And there's a lot of pastors and people who say, "Oh, you have to be careful."
Yeah.
But at the same time, this gentleman, who I've been working with now for a while, I mean, he really tries hard, and he really allows me to speak into his life, and he's constantly praying and spending time with the Lord. And I just realized that, my job isn't to tell people how to live.
Right.
My job is to get people as close to Jesus as they can and to find out how to live from Him. Mm. Because for me, it might be, very detrimental for me to play video games. Mm. But for him, it could be, and as it turns out for this season, at least in his life, it's actually a calling.
Yeah.
Because he has blessed many people playing video games, including a young man who he's been able to help come to Jesus from the brink of suicide.
Wow.
Through a message board because of an online interactive video game.
Yeah, because people are chatting now.
Yeah.
And they spend hours and hours together playing these games and building relationship.
Absolutely, absolutely. And to be honest, the first time I heard about people on the internet sharing the Lord, I wasn't just skeptical. I was just judgmental and that would never work. Oh my God, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. It's about people and you need connection. And then I in a perspectives course, they talk about the Iranian internet evangelists sharing the gospel with people from Iran, and how many people are coming to Jesus because they want to know the truth. Who is Jesus? Not who does my imam say Jesus is, but who is really Jesus?
Yeah.
And we cannot say, well, this is what I like or don't like, or I don't understand it, so it can't be God. But truly, what in our minds are we having prejudicial issues that we need to just give up to the Lord and say, no, I'm going to focus on helping this person get close to Jesus, and I'm going to let Jesus take care of what they should and shouldn't be doing.
Right. Yeah, I look at, our relational community is so fractured, especially when you live in cities, and Bay Area even takes it to another level.
It's
pretty
nuts.
If you try to invite people to a party, it's like, oh, you got to bring this and this, and it's like, I have my work friends, I have my friends who I went to school with, I got my neighborhood, and then I got these people I play with, and they're so very different. And so sometimes you feel like, man, if I want to invite all of that, everybody have a good time, I almost got to have like 3 parties. So the same thing, we need to look at where we have some relational influence and capital is, and where God can use us to be the light and be the salt. We almost got to look at, there's this community where I live, in my neighborhood. There's this community, my neighbors where I work, where I probably spend most of my time. And then there's where I learn. If I still go to school, I go to the library and all of that. And then when I play.
Yeah.
And more people are playing actually in the virtual world. But how can they still take that in? And thank you for sharing that story. And I think that there's this whole other world there. I'm also on the front end of Gen X, and coming from South Africa, we didn't grow up with this whole computer life, but people are. And if we just kind of give them the freedom to see this, and how can they just be the light and be the salt in that realm, we'll have a lot more stories like that.
Yeah, I think it's also, how do we train people to think the way Jesus would in those situations. That, for instance, if Jesus were alive today and he played golf, he wouldn't just go by himself or just go randomly here or there, but he would go to the same golf course at the same time, or possibly join a golf club, and he would golf with the same people.
Yeah.
And he would make disciples on that golf course.
Right.
And I think it's the same with whatever extracurricular activities that we have passions for, if we assume that's just what I like to do. No, those desires have been placed there by God.
Right.
So why would God put these desires in your heart if not to use them for his glory, even if it's a video game, playing golf, whatever, cooking, shopping, sewing, whatever that is, you can use that for the glory of God.
Absolutely.
If we're just open to it.
Ryan, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Thank you for your leadership here in the Bay Area. And I look forward to hearing more stories like that.
Bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.